Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another First and Inches special episode.
How's it going? How we doing?
We're moving on to a different sport here today.
Yes, we're going to be doing something different.
Batting gloves, the pine tar a little bit, getting our stance ready a little bit. I'm feeling a little excited for baseball season, baby.
I'm very excited for baseball season. That being said, we're going to be going over our fantasy baseball sleepers today. We're just going to spotlight a few players. We said past the ADP of 200 on Fantasy Pros.
One of them is not for me.
Yeah, all my guys are pretty deep. That's fine. I mean,
I made an exception, a First and Inches exception.
we made a First and Inches exception. We make up our own rules. This is our own show. We do what we want.
We're our own boss. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. We're players over here. We're playboys.
Yes.
So we're each going to spotlight a few players today. Let's get right into it.
I want you to go first.
All right.
I'm excited to see who you have.
All right, I'm going to go with an infield sleeper first. I picked an infielder, an outfielder, and a pitcher. My infield sleeper is Junior Caminero, third base shortstop for the Tampa Bay Rays. Fantasy Pros has him 213th overall right now. He is currently a lot of books have him as the fourth odds-on favorite to win Rookie of the Year in the American League. Some books have him fifth. Only guys ahead of him, Jackson Holliday, Wyatt Langford, Evan Carter, three of the top 5 prospects in baseball.
Evan Carter's great.
Caminero is the 11th best prospect in baseball on FanDuel currently. He's 20 years old. FanDuel. Fangraphs. Last year across high A and double A, slashed 324, 384, 591, 31 homers, 94 ribbies, 85 runs, and 100.
So he's got some pop.
I believe Fangraphs grades him out at 70 raw power.
What's like a
I think 80 is a max, but you never see that.
What's like a Stanton?
They probably grade Stanton out around there, I would assume.
Like 75?
Yeah, I'll pull up a comp.
Yeah, because
Jason Dominguez, you would say, has a lot of power, right? As a Yankee fan?
Yeah.
Let's see what they grade him out as.
Because I'm just curious to see how
he has pop.
How like a 70, because I don't really know much about the raw power scale on the Fangraphs. I'm not too into this website.
You'll never see. They grade out Dominguez 60 raw power.
Oh, okay. So now that makes sense to me now. So he has 10 points more power.
Oh yeah. Well, they go like by 10. So like if a guy like, let's say John Birdie, they'd probably grade out 20 or 30 raw. But you're not going to see like a 10 or 80 ever. 70 raw power is really like you have legit pop. Watching his swing very much reminds me of Fernando Tatis. It's a very violent right-handed swing, but he's short to the ball. I mean, like
very quick to the ball.
We'll put up a video of his swing here. I see Tatis right away with this kid, at least in the swing. Betting on the Rays player development, I'm going to do that always. That's a smart bet, especially with a 20-year-old mega prospect. They take 20-year-old kind of journeyman guys.
And make them
like a Luke Raley, turn them into 850 OPS, Dude, 30 dongs.
Last year they had like 6 guys batting over 300.
Bro, right? In the beginning of the year, I think their entire lineup had like a 900 OPS.
Yandy Diaz had the greatest season.
They just turned like good, solid players into amazing players. So why don't you think they would turn this mega prospect into a good player, especially being drafted outside of the top 200 ADP? The numbers he put up in the minor leagues last year are unbelievable. He got called up at the end of last year for a cup of coffee. I think he played like 4 games. But
he still got some time. That's important, I think.
The Rays are going to play him a lot this year. This is a guy that's going to be on the field a lot. I believe this was also the most Rays trade ever. I think they traded like international money for this kid from Cleveland.
It's so
they literally got him for it was like hilarious.
That team is run like a perfectly operated machine. It's just like so.
I don't know how they do it. It was hilarious. I remember seeing this kid's a breakout prospect. The Rays got him for essentially nothing. It's like, oh, of course they did.
As a Yankee fan, it just makes me so envious. I just wish my organization was that.
Yeah, here it is. I found
forward in development.
The Guardians traded Caminero to Tampa Bay for Tobias Myers, a former 6th-round pick of the Orioles.
Where's that guy doing right now?
Who had a combined 3.9 ERA between AA and AAA in 2021. A ton of strikeout potential. He just couldn't put it all together. At the higher levels of the minors, has since bounced around to a number of other organizations.
Yeah, he's probably working at McDonald's right now.
They traded a lifelong minor leaguer for the 10th best prospect in baseball.
That's so anti-Cashman. It's insane.
Well, I mean, off topic, I think Cashman's actually done a fantastic job this offseason. I'm not going to
I mean, yeah, we got Soto.
As a noted Brian Cashman trasher, I think he did good this offseason. That's beyond the point.
Saying as a whole, he makes me kind
The
of
Rays are run by a bunch of geniuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So Junior Caminero, outside of the top 200, I think is a league-winning upside pick.
All right, I'm gonna bounce. I really like that pick. I really didn't know much about this guy, so I'm happy you kind of gave me a little insight.
Put you on a little game. Put you on a little game, Playboy.
I might have to steal a little bit from under you this year on the fantasy.
That's fine. As long as we're not in the same league, I don't give a shit.
We're gonna be in the same league this year.
That's true. I mean, if you take Junior Caminero from me, there's gonna be physical confrontation.
You never know. So I'm gonna bounce around to a pitcher here. Same division though. I'm gonna do Kyle Bradish from the Baltimore Orioles.
Solid starter.
Great starter. He has an ADP of 82 right now, which is, I think he's the
82 overall.
82 overall, currently being selected as the 41st pitcher off the board and the 28th starter.
Yeah,
So,
that seems like pretty good value for him.
that seems
I feel
like incredible
You're
value.
drafting him as, probably your third or second starter there.
Last season, he posted a 2.83 ERA with a 3.27 FIP in 30 starts, spanning
Fantastic.
160 innings. So he's gonna
Pretty solid innings, good peripherals right there.
great. And this was like his the second year to his breakout year. Like 2 years ago, he started was kind of like getting that heat, and then last year kind of built off that. He has the second best stuff plus behind Corbin Burns. Stuff plus is kind of a measurement of how disgusting a pitch is. It kind of takes in a lot of different factors like velocity, change of off speed. It's just like movement. Takes up in basically just how gross your pitch is. Bradish relies on 5 pitches. He throws the slider a lot. He throws a 4-seamer, sinker, and curveball, and then he'll additionally throw in a changeup here and there. His K percentage has been increasing year after year. Same with his whiff percentage and out of zone swing. So he's just getting better as his career
people to
goes
chase.
on. Yeah. So I think this year, he could take an absolute
Massive step.
The
Orioles need pitching too. On theory, they're a good team. He'll probably receive a lot of, probably have a good record wins wise, which is good for fantasy. So.
I could see him. What is he like? What starter?
Bradish, he's probably. I would assume he's their age,
Yeah,
right?
at this point, right?
Let's see what Fangraphs projects it at, but keep going.
So I just let me go back to Stuff Plus. I think it's a really cool stat. I wrote some
What
stuff
website
down.
does that again?
Savant.
Okay.
So basically uses the movement profile for each pitch and tries to estimate how deceptive or nasty a pitch is.
Yeah, so I'm sure it's based on probably movement, spin,
Yeah.
etc.
For fastballs, Stuff Plus considers the following: velocity, vertical break, horizontal break, spin, release point, and extension.
So, all the things that matter when you're trying to see a ball.
Exactly.
So I'm sure Chris Sale back in his prime, Stuff
Oh.
Plus would have been through the fucking
Through the roof.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's second behind Corbin Burns last year.
They take into account release point?
Yeah.
I didn't know. That's pretty interesting.
And what I saw on a website is his similar comp is 2022 Zach Gallen. And
his pitch profile?
Yeah, his pitch profile, speed, velocity, and spin. So, and you could see what Zach Gallen did last year.
Zach Gallen was a Cy Young candidate for a majority
Exactly.
of the season last year.
So that's also a dark horse. Kyle Bradish, Cy Young.
Ooh.
I'm going to take that a little bit as a sprinkle, 0.5 units.
0.5?
0.5.
Responsible betting?
Yeah, just
Responsible
a
betting.
little piece.
I wonder what let's go through the AL Cy Young odds. I bet you he's probably somewhat up there, right? Psych. 15th, 3-6.
You can get him right now at plus 3,000.
Yeah, on DraftKings.
Do a little sprinky.
I don't think that's the worst bet. He's the 12th favorite odds on currently. I don't think that's that's probably where I would have
Throwing
thrown
$10 on it. What's the pain?
10 for 300. It's not bad. It's fun. It's a fun bet to follow all season. That's a good sleeper. I like not the most sleeper, but
No, but I think
where he's going, I do agree with you. I think that's tremendous value after the year he had last year.
Exactly. I'm just going with value. The 40th pitcher off the board.
Yeah, after he had
It's pretty ridiculous.
3.2 FIP, 2.8 ERA.
I'm not taking many relievers before him.
No.
So.
You said 41st pitcher, 28th starter.
There's
I
not
would.
28 starters.
I'm not taking 13 relievers before him either.
What are you, crazy?
This is also Fantasy Pros ADP. And it's early. We're recording this mid-January, so a lot of this could change. I think Caminero will fly up boards by the time we get to spring training.
Yeah, this is all right. So we're just going to early sleeper. If you're doing best ball, I saw best ball.
Even if you're just starting your research, a couple guys we want to spotlight. If you're doing best ball, I did a few teams. Yeah,
baseball, best ball.
I'll probably be doing some more teams today. Actually, now that we discussed.
Yeah, we should definitely do a team after this.
Yeah, maybe we should do a video. Maybe we do a video where we draft a couple teams.
Let us know in the comments if you want that.
Let us know in the comments if you want that. That would be fun. We'll probably do it anyway, even if you tell us to fuck off.
Yeah, even if you don't answer.
Yeah, even if you have no comments, we're gonna do it. But
let's move on to your pitcher. I'm kind of curious.
My pitcher? I was going to go into my outfielder and save my pitcher for last because I want to talk about this guy.
Rules here,
This is our own show. We make the goddamn rules. Matt Wallner, Minnesota Twins.
Another guy I know little to nothing about.
375th overall on Fantasy Pros, outside of the top 100 outfielders currently.
Wow.
And I think that's malpractice after the second half he had last
So you're
year.
getting him with like one of your
For
last
free.
2 picks?
For free. Only 26 years old, a bit of a late bloomer prospect. Played for the Twins a little bit in 2022, sucked balls.
Not surprising, the Twins.
But this year,
garbage.
76 games, really didn't start playing consistently till after the All-Star break. 14 homers in 76 games, 249, 370, 507 slash. So almost an 880 OPS, pacing for about 30 homers over a full season. Amongst players with 250 plate appearances last year, Wallner was 19th in expected WOBA. WOBA is weighted on base average, which it's on base percentage essentially, but it weighs singles, doubles, triples, home runs, walks differently. So all these stats I'm going to rattle off are kind of just nerdy contact stats.
We like them though.
We like them though. It's really just measuring how hard you hit the ball, your power, etc. 22nd in expected slugging percentage, which is a little simpler to grasp, but that just is based on the contact, launch angle, exit velocity. So if you just hit a ball 110 miles an hour, perfect launch angle, the exit slugging on that is going to be 1,000 or 4,000, whatever, right? And he was 6th in expected Wobacon.
See, that's where you lose me a little bit.
That's where I was going to come in and explain Wobacon a little bit.
Yeah, I think you can't be dropping some.
I know. I'm dropping the stats and I'm explaining.
Yeah,
you
got to explain it.
Expected slugging is really just based on your contact. Weighted on base average is essentially on base percentage, but
is it a better on base percentage?
That's what the concept of it kind of is, right? You're weighing it's on base percentage, but you're weighing a double differently than you would a walk, a home run differently than you would a single.
So
I don't know the exact calculation. I'm not a math major, but
if you have a good OBP, you have a good WOBP.
You have a good WOBA, not necessarily because you could walk and hit a lot of singles, but if you're not hitting for pop, weight.
Do they give you like bonus for like
home
double runs?
Yes, that's the whole point.
Okay.
It's weighing powered hits. A double is better for your WOBA than a walk.
Gotcha.
Whereas on base, a double is the same for your on base percentage.
That makes sense then.
You could hit 3 home runs in a game or walk 3 times.
So the W is weighted, right?
Weighted on base average.
Yes. Okay.
But Wobacon, it's weighing the contact.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So Wobacon, it's the weighted on base average on the balls a hitter puts into play.
Yes.
So it kind of it's almost like FIP for hitters. Mm-hmm. That's how I would describe it.
I got you.
So he was 6th in expected Wobacon.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Amongst players with 250 plate appearances. So his power numbers are very legit. Wow. 14 homers in 76 games with a 507 slugging. You didn't need some fucking expected nerd stat to tell you that. But one of those nerd stats back it up. His contact numbers are legit. He's definitely a true 3 outcome guy. 31.5% strikeout rate. Walked 11% of the time, though. And if you look at his Savant profile, he doesn't really chase a crazy amount. He definitely strikes out a lot. If he can bring his contact numbers up a bit, this is crazy power upside and on-base upside. Mm-hmm. He hit 250 with a 380 on base last year, pacing for 30 home runs, 880.
So he's going to get you runs in fantasy. He's going to get you the home runs.
This is one of the best cheap power swings, I think, in fantasy baseball. No one's talking about this kid because the Twins kind of suck. He has a path to a lot of playing time. The power is very legit. I'm liking the swing comps this video. His swing kind of reminds me of like a Matt Olson.
Yeah, wow.
Powerful lefty swing, short to the ball. I think he's gonna hit like 30 home runs this year.
I really like that because this is somebody you could actually get for free in almost all.
It's someone you could take for free in all your leagues. No, I don't know how many of your league mates are gonna be locked in on Matt Wallner.
Unless they're watching first.
Unless you're watching first and inches. But yeah, I mean, the contact metrics really back up this guy being a legit power player. It wasn't lucky. We're playing in Minnesota too. If you're pacing for 30 homers in Minnesota,
can you show me his raw power really quick? That score that you were just.
Oh, a little Fangraphs scouting report. Let's see.
I want to know his power.
He was a late bloomer prospect, I believe. He didn't come up till. He was a 5th round pick of the Twins in 2019. Raw power 70.
Wow. So he's up there as well.
Yeah, they project him as a corner platoon bat in the Seth Smith mold. Seth Smith's kind of a cool comp for him. Yeah, I think
that is awesome.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be an interesting player next year. Still only 26 years old. I think he's a guy, like I said, you're getting him for free. I think this is a great swing, especially in a categories league. If you need homers and on-base percentage, Matt Wallner is a guy you take in the late rounds.
That's awesome. I like that. That's cool. Another guy that you're just bringing up to my plate that I'm gonna write down in my little notebook.
Another guy that you're gonna jack my swag on.
Yeah.
Get into your.
I'll get into my outfielder.
Get into your position player sleeper here before I get into my pitcher and we finish off here.
Mine is Stephen Kwan.
Hit the Kwan?
Yeah, hit the Kwan.
We're hitting the Kwan.
So he's on the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, we're hitting the Kwan. Formerly the Cleveland Indians.
Before the Indians took back their name.
Yes.
Stephen Kwan is a very good contact hitter. I think last year he had a lot of actually bad luck, and a lot of the reason he didn't have a good of a season is just because he was struggling with he was being too patient.
Yeah.
He wasn't swinging.
He was trying to be Juan Soto when he's the slap hitter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in avoiding whiffs, Kwan's 4% swinging strike rate was second in the MLB behind Arias.
So yeah. This is an elite contact bat.
Elite
contact
Especially,
bat.
Like you're saying, in category leagues when you have average OBP.
Runs. He swipes bags.
And he's a leadoff hitter.
Yeah. The Guardians' offense isn't great, but still, yes. He's going to get a lot of opportunities.
His zone contact of 96% was the best in baseball. Arias was second with 95%. That's
crazy.
Yeah. It's wild.
That's crazy.
He decreased his FB from 35% in 2022.
Fly ball percentage?
Fly ball percentage to 30% in 2023. Most outs will be given from like his lack of power.
Yeah, well, he's not lifting the ball.
I mean, his power score is probably 10.
Stephen Kwan, yeah. Let's see what Fangraphs graded Stephen Kwan's raw power. I would say like 30. They don't do like 10 or shit like that. But keep going.
And from 2022 to 23, his modest line drive rate increased from 23% to 25%. So that's going to help him out a lot, getting a lot of base hits, just knocking it in, getting on first. That's all he needs to do, really. He's someone who, like I said, projected to be a great leadoff hitter, and he has a good chance to rack up tons of runs and hit closer to 300 than people think.
Yeah.
I
feel like you can comfortably lock him in like 280.
Although his stolen base time did go down, like from first to second last year. Yeah, speed. I still think that
maybe he could have been a little banged up too. So
yeah, he could have been. His stolen base percentage did go up from 2022 for 2023 from 79% to 88%.
And he did steal 2 more bags than he did last year.
Yeah, so I think he could steal 25 to 30 bags this year. So that's great for categories.
93, yeah. He still scored 93 runs last year, stole 21 bags.
And I forgot to say the ADP. He's going at 204.
Yeah, just because of the lack of power upside. This is a great bat to chase if you need average or something.
I think one or two of these guys is great to have in your lineup if you want to get a bunch of just singles.
Kwan is a great guy you can rotate in and out.
And he's basically a discounted Nico Hoerner.
Yeah, in the outfield. The positional value plays in a Nico Hoerner a little bit, but...
Exactly.
Yes, I like it. Like you said, even this year was a bit of a down year for Kwan.
It was a down year.
Still had an 100 WRC plus, still league average bat, hit 270.
It's not the sexiest name.
It's not the sexiest name
at all.
He's going to give you runs and steals.
I just think you're getting what you pay for at 202.
100%. He has the upside to hit over 300. So I think this is a very good sleeper there. I like that. And like we were saying with the Fangraphs power, like you brought up before, Fangraphs graded him out at 30 raw power.
Yeah, I mean you're not drafting him being like, oh, he's gonna get me 25 homers.
No, I mean like I figured like
if he gets one, you're gonna.
If he hits 10 homers, you're hitting the Kwan.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like I think the contact upside is a great pick at 202. I mean, come on,
unbelievable.
The best zone hitter in baseball.
Literally better contact within the zone than Luis Arias. So
who had a phenomenal year.
Everyone was like, "Is he Ted Williams?"
Literally. So
let me get into the last sleeper here. My pitcher sleeper, Nick Lodolo, Cincinnati Reds. Guy who had a very good rookie season, was 6th in NL Rookie of the Year, 131 strikeouts and 103 innings pitched. That's 11.4 Ks per nine. 3.66 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 3.9 FIP, 3.49 expected FIP, 3-to-1 K to walk ratio. So very promising rookie year.
Wow.
If you're
that's a great rookie year.
11.5 Ks per nine, pitching to a sub 3.75 ERA in Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, wow.
Very impressive for a rookie, right?
Yeah.
6th in NL Rookie of the Year, 119 ERA plus.
I didn't know he had that great of a year. That surprised me.
So 119 ERA plus, like OPS plus for pitchers. Yeah. It's just weighing it based on the league average offensive environment. 19% better than the league average pitcher his rookie year. Obviously, high strikeout potential there. 11.5 Ks per nine starter is crazy. Like 131 Ks in 103 innings. You're pacing for 200 Ks in 170 innings there, basically.
Beautiful. That's all you're expecting, especially where you're drafting.
Unbelievable. He's the 251st overall player on Fantasy Pros, pitcher 89. Another guy you can get for almost free, it seems like. Last year was brutal for him. He fractured his left tibia. I think he was banged up coming into the year a little bit. Only started 7 games, had a 6.29 ERA, but a lot of that was due to just bad home run luck. He gave up, I think, about as many he gave up 10 home runs in 34 innings last year. He gave up 13 home runs in 103 and a third that rookie year, where we just went over the stats. He was fantastic.
A lot of that could be a
Great American Ballpark.
And,
yeah. Well, a lot of it was luck because his ERA is 6.29. Fangraphs has his expected ERA at 5 flat.
What's his Sierra?
I'll look for that. His FIP was 5.79. Expected FIP basically in line with what he was his rookie year, 3.78. So a lot of that was bad home run luck. Also small sample size.
It's such a bulb. It's just a batter friendly.
His K per 9 went up last year. His walks per 9 went down.
I bet you his home and away splits are so much better.
Let's look at
his
that.
His away is better. By sure.
Hitters had a 4.35 BABIP in 34 innings against him last year. That's just bad luck. Yeah, so I mean, it seems like a lot of this was bad luck for him last year. Weird injury year. This is an amazing buy low. The Reds should be better. I think they'll be. Look, last year they were around 500. NL Central's not that great. I think they're going to hang around in that division, certainly.
And like we've seen in recent years in the MLB, it doesn't take too long to turn around anymore.
Yeah, no. This is just a buy low on a former top 50 prospect who performed very well his rookie year. Everyone was on last year as their fantasy sleeper. I liked this guy last year. Just kind of was a dud. Had a weird injury, small sample size, and stunk. But I think that's the outlier with this kid more than
you're getting him for a way better price this year. Probably,
you're getting him for the 90th pitcher off the board.
Yeah, it'll probably be
a guy who has 200 strikeout upside, still young. I think it's a no-brainer. I think this is one of the best sleeper pitchers on the board. Let's look at his home and road splits while we're still on his Fangraphs page because I'm curious.
I think his road splits are going to be better.
Yeah, that dude is
probably night and day, right?
Let's see. Last year at home, 22 and a third innings, 8.46 ERA. 12 innings on the road, 2.25 ERA. Yeah,
that's not even comparable.
It's hilarious. He gave up 3 runs in 12 innings on the road, 19 Ks to 2 walks on the road, and then at home, 8.46 ERA, walked 8 batters and 20. Yeah. Wow. So he was Tom Glavine on the road, and
so maybe you just throw him in on the road.
Maybe you just
spot start.
That might be maybe that's a betting strategy for us this year. A little Nick Lodolo on the road, nuke the Reds.
That's so random, but I kind of love it.
I love it, but. That's our fantasy baseball sleeper episode.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Send this to your aunt, your sister, your girlfriend. I don't know, your buddies.
Yeah, as you're sitting at home playing with your chicken, you know.
Yeah, choking the cloud. Watch. Thank you guys.
Have a good
one. We love you. Peace.